Alright, my peoples, what's up? I haven't done a video like this in a while. I'm on a hike right now and I'm at the border of a park. I'm going down the road this way and I'm just hanging out in the shade, taking a break. Oh, funny story, I'm sitting in this park and it just gave me a flashback of a time when I was really young, really young. I don't know how I was, like, could hardly talk probably, but my parents took me and my brother to a park and we were playing with a wiffle ball and a tennis ball, and I believe my brother was hitting the ball, my dad was throwing it to him. So my brother hits the ball and it bounces, and there's just happens to be a guy riding his bicycle down the trail, and the ball bounces right into the spokes of the bicycle and just goes boop, and you just watch it roll away. And I remember my dad yelling at the guy, trying to get him to stop, like, hey. But just that sight, like, there's a similar, you probably won't see it on camera, there's a similar looking path and trees that sparked that memory for me. I wanted to give, I guess, the channel an update because I haven't done steady videos in a while. I haven't been hiking since a little bit past the middle of the winter. I took a trip down the coast. I'm waiting to hear back on a job right now, so that's kind of why there's been a pause. And I'm hoping I'm about 95 to 98% sure I'm going to get this job. And when I do, in short order, I'm going to get myself a van and start living out of the van. Just because it's been hard to keep my stuff safe. The reason why I'm hiking right now is because I have to take a 4-mile trip across town to a spot where I stash my stuff to keep it safe. And that's that campsite that you saw that has the black bear bag hanging up where I did a couple videos. So that's where I stash my stuff, and then I stay pretty much full time, all the way on the opposite side of town. So it'd be nice to have a place to keep my stuff secure, and that's my next goal. And from there, I want to try to do more videos where I'm just talking, maybe telling stories and things like that. So that was a quick little story, and I want to work on my storytelling abilities. So that's something you could hopefully look forward to in the future for the channel, because I'm going to be sitting in my van a lot and it'll be a throwback to my earliest videos, which are mostly all deleted, where I kind of just talked about my life living in a car and what I did to live that way. And so I appreciate everybody that's stuck with me through these videos, especially the people that you know who you are out there, the subscribers that I don't know in person that just found my channel and are the people who are interested in what I've been doing so far. And I hope that I could bring it to the next level, and I've been working on getting myself on a better routine so that I could be more productive with what I'm doing. So guitar is taking up a lot of that time lately for productivity, but it sparked in me something, wanting to do more, wanting to not just practice guitar, to use that time to help build something for myself and build a better living situation for myself and all that. The plan is to, incorporate storytelling and my painting, and I've been thinking about it for way too long, and I haven't taken action. That's why I want to utilize my time better, because, I have an idea and I know it'll work. It'll be more interesting for the viewers, for you guys, and hopefully it'll help me build what I've been wanting to do for so long, which is to just sell art through YouTube, sell art through my personal art through Etsy and all that, and just have an outlet where I can actually make some money for something I like to do and that is a hobby of mine. So, eventually I would like to incorporate all three, like the music, the art, and storytelling, and van life, and everything all wrapped up into one package that works in a way that I can deliver it without seeming like a bumbling fool and that you guys will enjoy, and hopefully it can help support bigger things for myself and for everybody in the future. So I'll cut it here. I'm gonna get back to hiking. I'm gonna hydrate a little more, and sun's already going down, so my day's almost over. It's about an 8.5 mile round trip. While I'm sitting here, I thought of it that I try to make living this way look as easy as I can make it look, but it's not easy. I mean, you have to walk a lot, obviously, and you're always worried about stuff getting stolen and all those other obvious things, but Maybe not so obvious is just the negativity you encounter, especially if you're not staying away from the areas where there's normal homeless people. And obviously with that, along all that comes people that are having drug abuse and mental illness problems. And even the people that are normal, they're stuck in negative patterns also, because it suffocates you, it surrounds you in that environment. And nobody likes to see anybody doing good. I mean, they'll give you that lip service, but they do those little things that so many people do. And this is outside of the homeless community too. I mean, so many people out there will just plant that little seed of negativity, and they do it subconsciously. And it seems to be because it's a sabotage almost. And like I said, it's totally subconscious, but it happens. And I'm sure everybody has experienced that. So I've been struggling with just, negative thoughts and wanting to surround myself with people that would inspire me more. And it's been hard to find those people so far on my journey here in Oregon. I mean, I've been here for over a year, about a year and 3 months now. And I've met a lot of cool people, and I have some people that I can call friends, but I still don't have friends, people that are, alongside me helping build things to make a more positive future for everybody. So I'm still seeking that, and I realize that I have to demand more of myself if that's what I want, because I need to get to a position where I can find those people in the first place. And I can see those people entering slowly into my life, and I'm learning how to pick those people out and stick with those people, because then that just helps you flourish mentally and be more positive on your own end. So I guess that's the only point I wanted to make, but I wanted to add that it gets tough mentally sometimes living this way, especially I just went through a little bit of a lull, and I have to remind myself that I'm still doing good, because even through those negative thoughts, I still have stayed away from drug use, and I've been sticking to my plan. It hasn't been moving as fast as maybe I wanted it to, but that's okay, because the main goal is still there, to stay off hard drugs and level-headed, and just to push through these harder times, because I know that there's a light at the end of that tunnel, and it's only been getting brighter. But sometimes you feel like that end that you see is not coming fast enough, and it kind of beats down on you. If everybody around you is in that negative mindset, then it makes it just that much harder to break out of. So I feel like I'm coming out of a cycle like that, and I'm coming out of it this time much better than I have in the past, because usually at the end of a cycle like this, when I'm just feeling mentally drained and feeling like I don't have the support that I want, that usually used to turn to screwing my life up with drugs and just saying screw it and going back to using. So yeah, I'm just gonna continue on from this point. So that there was the infamous, well, if you live in Salem, Oregon, it's the infamous 12th Street Bridge, or maybe 13th Street. But anyway, it's I've been calling it Junkie Junction because they got all those little tunnels and ramps. I'm sure they don't like that name though. That's just what I call it. But apparently not that long ago, somebody kind of targeted and shot at the homeless people down there, which is a crying shame. Like, you don't have to make their lives harder. They're already being tormented. Just one time I was coming up this way towards my camp. It's probably about 3 a.m. because I had a whole shopping cart full of stuff and I wanted to get it into the woods overnight. But right around here somewhere, some girl was down there. And she like yells up at me like, "Hey, how's it going?" I'm like, "Oh God, here we go." So there's a little staircase over there. And she's like, "Oh, do you want to smoke with me? You want a drink? I got whiskey." I was like, "I'm good." No, it's like, "Here, I'll come and bring it up to you." I'm like, No, you stay right down there. And I guess she was just like thirsty as hell that night because she was like trying to get me to come down to her. She's like, "Oh, well, what are you doing? How can I make you happy?" or something like that. And I was like, "Oh boy." So she was probably either trying to proposition me or it's happened a few times out here. And it's like, "No AIDS for me, thank you. I think I'll pass." Alright, so I made it past Junkie Junction. It's a little loud here, sorry. But I just wanted to end the video quick here. I wanted to express my appreciation for everybody that's been watching up to this point, and there's going to be a lot more to come. It might take some time for me to work out the kinks of exactly what I want to do with this channel going forward, but you know, I'm going to keep it alive for sure. And you know, I mentioned my old videos before, and I didn't regret deleting them at first. I had over 100 videos of myself living in a car in New Jersey, working on the Jersey Shore. But I didn't regret it at first, but now down the line, I definitely regret deleting those videos. I mean, they were kind of crappy. The audio was even worse, and but I had a lot of information that I shared with everybody as far as living in a car and what I was doing at the time. And I was still really struggling, you know. I wasn't done using drugs after those videos. So I think that's one big reason why I deleted them in the first place, because I wanted to kind of get a fresh start on the videos and not think about, you know, what I was doing other than trying to be creative during that time, you know, because I was still messing up here and there. And I mean, I was going through longer and longer periods of being clean, but I still wasn't there yet. So long story short. So thanks again to everybody who has watched these videos and is, you know, supporting me just by watching, and it means a lot to me, and I hope I could bring, you know, more content to everybody.